Hey, New York, clap for yourselves. Y'all the first state to vote for a communist. The communists and the terrorists around the world said thank you for letting them know that they can come to our country and be involved in our politics. Hey, New York City, prayer starts at 5:30, so when the bullhorns come on, please don't blame me. You voted for that. Hey, New York City, when the bread companies and the butter companies leave, please don't blame me. You voted for that. Hey, New York City, when big businesses and the rich leave, don't blame me. You voted for that. Hey, New York City, thank you for letting the world know that if Bin Laden came back today or tomorrow, he'd probably be your next lieutenant governor. Hey, New York City, thanks for letting the world know that if Al Zakari came back, he'd probably be your next police commissioner. Hey, New York, you getting exactly what you looking for. Nothing. Hey, Democrats, I ain't forget you. I'm really here to say thank you to y'all because it was because your actions that saved the republic. It was your hatred for this nation. It was your bad policies. It was your destruction. It was your deceit. It was your lies. It was your division that birthed the Socialist Party. See, now we ain't got to worry about you. And we all know that in America, socialism would never take over. Y'all may win in New York or California, but y'all will never, ever get a foothold in America and take away our freedoms, stuff that we live for. So Democrats, thank you. Thank you for your actions. Thank you for your hatred. Thank you for giving us the Socialist Party. Because now we don't have to worry about y'all no more. Now y'all can vanish, boof, be gone. Hey, New York. Hey, New York. Let's see how you feel when the trains can't move because nobody want to work because they ain't working for free. Don't blame me. You voted for that. Hey, New York. The gays. Y'all voted for Mamdani, right? Tell Mamdani to take you to his homeland so he can show you their history and their heritage. Tell me how that shit turns out for you. USA, make America great again. Yeah, you see it on my hat. Why can't I wear this hat? Y'all don't say nothing when LeBron James and Stephen Curry go to the Olympics and win and put the flag across their body. That both means the same thing. America's great, right? Showing up.
What's going on with everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your brother Wiseman. I appreciate you guys pulling up. I have a few clips to share with you guys because, hey, you all got to hear this. So I did something I probably shouldn't have done. I Googled myself. And man, I found entirely too much personal info out there. My address, old jobs, even relatives just sitting online for anyone to grab. And that sent me down a rabbit hole. And I found out there are actual companies called data brokers that sell your info to marketers, scammers, even stalkers. Disgusting, right? And that's exactly why I use today's sponsor, Aura. Legally, data brokers, they need to remove your information if you ask them, but they make it extremely difficult to do so. But Aura does the hard work for you. They automatically scan those shady broker sites and removes your information. But it doesn't stop there. It also gives you identity theft alerts, fraud protection, and a built-in VPN to keep your data safe wherever you browse. So here's the deal. Hit my link down below or go to aura.com/wise for a 14-day free trial. At the very least, check if your personal information is being sold. Privacy is power in this digital age. Don't give yours away. Try Aura free, 2 weeks, see what's out there, and take control. Now let's get back into the video. The folks up in New York, man, I think they have buyer's remorse already. Dude hadn't even been sworn into office yet, but the mask is off. The wolf has shed the sheep's clothing, and he is showcasing exactly who he is and what he's about. And I don't think the people up there really had an understanding or have an understanding as to what they signed up for, but they're going to get a full dose of it. Hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and shout out to everybody that supports what we're doing over here. I appreciate you guys, man. God bless you all. Let's keep it moving.
That's why I'm announcing a plan to overhaul the mayor's office to protect tenants, bringing code enforcement under one roof and making sure that agencies are working together to hold bad landlords accountable. Starting on day one, we will expand the city's special enforcement programs, doubling fines for hazardous violations and tripling them for conditions that are immediately dangerous. And when a really bad landlord, like this guy, refuses to fix it, the city's gonna step in, make the repairs, and send them the bill. If that doesn't work, the city's taking over the building. We're putting the worst landlords out of business. And we're going to transform 311 by bringing the latest in cutting-edge technology. Scheduling appointments with inspectors so you actually know when they're showing up to your apartment. And the best part? You're gonna pay for this! But actually, bad landlords are gonna pay for this. We're going to fund this expanded enforcement in the most obvious way, by actually collecting the fines and enforcing the violations.
Like I said, this dude's not even hiding it anymore. But check this sister out, man. She is about to explain exactly what he meant by all of this.
Video saying that his first order of business on day one is going to be for the city to take ownership of people's private properties. And how is he going to go about this? First of all, he's going to make it so unaffordable for these landlords to make any repairs because of rent freezing. If you freeze the rent, then the landlords eventually won't be able to pay for the repairs because they're not getting the same income, they're not making the same amount of money as they used to. Number two, he's then going to give these people fines because they're not doing the repairs. And these fines are going to be huge. Then once the city comes back in and says, oh, you know what? You didn't do the repairs. You didn't pay the fines. We are now going to take your property because you are an unfit landlord. The city's going to take the property, seize it, take ownership, and then they're going to turn that property into subsidized housing. Who's that housing going to benefit? It's going to benefit criminals. It's going to benefit illegals. It's going to benefit the prostitutes. It's going to benefit all of the people that Mamdani is going to let out of the prisons. And on top of it, there aren't going to be any police because that's his other order of business, is going to be to defund the police. Basically, Mamdani is turning New York City into a third world country. Meanwhile, white liberal women are literally like parading around singing the little Mamdani song, thinking that they did such a good job. When you live next to criminals and you're paying $6,000 a month and they're not, then we'll see how happy you are.
And ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. And she's absolutely right. He's trying to turn New York City essentially into a multitude of third world countries around the world. Have you guys ever gone to India or ever just watched any video footage in India? You will have a spectacular, beautiful, high-rise apartment building. People are probably paying really good money to live there. Right next to a bunch of, shacks and dilapidated buildings. Yeah, that's going to be New York City if this dude gets his way. I mean, think about it. You're a landlord. You spent an absorbent amount of money anyway already to own property in New York City. And then this guy is going to tell you, hey, you can't raise the rent. And when you can't raise the rent, but the expenses continue to rise, then you're not going to be able to afford the maintenance and the upkeep of the building because you can't raise the rent because the government has told you that you can't. Then they're going to fine you out the wazoo. Then they're going to go in there and they're going to, quote unquote, repair. And then they're going to hit you with the bill that I would assume will come with some interest, additional fees, and fines. And when you can't afford that, they're going to steal your property. Now, I did a story on what's already going on in New York right now to where, they're either raising utility bills, public utilities like water and things of that nature, to where it's crazy where people can't afford it, or they're just hiding that these people have bills in general, letting the bill rack up to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 or more, and then turn around and sell those liens because the water bills now are liens on the property, and you'll have investors buying these properties, $1 million property for $5,000 for a $5,000 public use or public works water lien. That's the kind of games that they're already playing in New York. This dude is just letting you know that they're about to ratchet up the games. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous. And the fact that people fell for this hook, line, and sinker, this is not going to be a net positive for citizens in New York City. This is going to be a net negative. And I think a lot of people are now starting to wake up, and the mask is off now. This dude doesn't have to hide. He doesn't have to hide anymore. He can tell you exactly who he is and what he's about at this time.
Hey guys, Skid Mark Mamdani is back at it again. The news just keeps on rolling in. So now Skid Mark Mamdani wants to tax all Bitcoin transactions in New York City, which means that those of you who depend on Bitcoin, crypto, or that's like part of your success, you can kiss it all goodbye now because you're going to get taxed on it. So he's trying to do any and everything possible to make sure that New Yorkers don't make money. And the ones who are going to be impacted by all of these rules and policies is going to be the Black people. It's going to be the black community. You guys are going to pay a hefty price.
I'd say it's not just black folks, but it's just going to be poor working class individuals in general that are going to pay the price of this.
I can't tell you how many friends and family members that I have that, built their small businesses through the success of crypto and Bitcoin. And now to just have that literally, it's basically being stripped of them. So now your finances, you're being financially stripped. That is communism, bro. Mm-hmm. That is communism. And I warned you guys over and over again, stop going out your way fighting for people who don't like us. Stop putting people in office who are not Americans. You got foreigners coming into this country and they don't support us. They don't respect us. They don't like our laws. They don't like our traditions. Nothing. They don't give a damn. All he's going to do is make sure that he is propped up. His parents, his friends, they're going to profit off of crypto and Bitcoin. He's hooking up his own people. So just keep in mind, you guys voted for this. You're going to suffer. Like, you guys are not allowed to be successful under this guy's leadership. And I'm going to keep on saying this until I turn blue in the face. This is going to hurt the black community and the Hispanic community because we have a lot of business owners, small business owners in these two communities, including the Asians. We don't want to exclude them. But this is serious. But the black community is going to feel it the most. And I'm going to, as I said before, I told you so. This is the beginning of self-destruction. And the city is going straight to hell before this guy's even sworn in. He won't even swear on a stack of Bibles. What does that tell you about him? He doesn't respect our nation or our laws.
Yeah, that right there tells you everything. And that's why, 2 weeks ago, we covered the preachers, these black apostate preachers out there praying over this guy. And it's like, this dude doesn't even believe what you believe. Why are you praying over this guy? It makes absolutely no sense. I just don't understand it, but that just goes to show you, that right there just goes to show you the ignorance of so many folks out there. But listen to Kathy Hochul, because y'all know Hochul, she's got to run again. It's already been tossed out there. Republican Elise Stefanik is going to run against her in the state of New York. I think she has a really good chance of winning, but Kathy Hochul is backtracking. And she's letting it be known, like, hey, I don't have any intent on raising taxes on the millionaires and the highest earning people in the state. I don't have any interest, in doing that. Listen to this.
I'm from Buffalo. We don't put up with a lot of crap. So I just want to set the stage that, you look at the history of people who've run multi-million-dollar ad campaigns to try and get me to change my position. I don't change my position. So I just want to put it out there. I respect people's opinions. I respect the proper place to convey them. And so I've said to people, I hear you. And that was important. But also, there is a time and place. And so that's all on that. No, I've had conversations on this trip, but many conversations, I'd say over the summer and the fall, that were important, that led to an understanding of what's in the realm of possibility, shared ambitions, but what is doable is the question. And so, no, we're aligned on so many of these issues. I've made it clear where I have strong disagreements with issues that really do not pertain to, the governance of New York City. I've said you need to get a police commissioner that people trust, who has a record of accomplishment to keep the trajectory that we're on right now, which is crime is going down. Crime is going down significantly. You don't say mission accomplished, but that is a great trend. So him agreeing with that assessment, that recommendation to keep Jessica Tisch, was an important statement on many fronts. So I'm looking forward to, having our teams keep a lot of conversations with our teams. We said we'd be talking, I'm meeting him very soon to talk about our response if there is a surge of ICE agents and National Guard that do come, perhaps after his inauguration, and how we can be proactive in preventing that from happening. And that's the state I'm in right now, prevent that from happening. So we've had a lot of conversations. So no, I think there's a mutual respect. And that's gonna, I think, only grow deeper.
So that's a
perfect
transition. You have recommended that.
Yeah, this lady is she's full of sugar honey iced tea. she was out there bigging the guy up and went out there and campaigned with him and championed this guy. And now, she's trying to say, I'm not with everything. And he needs to, we're not falling for it. Hopefully the people in the state of New York don't fall for it. Hopefully, but we'll see.
Excuse me, sir, I have a question. So I saw on the bus it said, and I see the sign that says fares required. I thought the buses were supposed to be free now because, Mamdani just won.
That's fine. That's a good one.
When does that start?
That's never going to stop.
Never going to happen?
That was fucking
all right, well, I want to say I appreciate what you do, my guy.
funny.
All right, have a good one, my guy. Listen, you are the heart and soul, the backbone of New York. Stay safe.
I don't care if you come off for free. I got you.
W, man. Thank you, bro. Have a good one.
I've been doing free buses before, Mamdani. I'm the man.
Yes, sir. All right, you got to run for the next election. I'll vote for you.
That's what I'm saying, man. Dude ran on a bunch of foolishness and people fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. It's crazy.
As a person, a public servant who puts his life on the line every day to protect the safety of people in the areas that I patrol and protect the Constitution, it is sad to see that my former home, New York City, has been overrun by individuals who did not even grow up in that city. They now dictate the direction of that great city. And I find it truly disgusting how the New York government have made a mockery of the voting system in that city. I mean, just look, how can you say with a straight face that that socialist won that election fair and square? Absolutely not. You have people who have been paid to vote, not one, not twice, not 3 times, but multiple times on social media, bragging about it, bragging about payments that they receive, from dark money, just made a mockery of our voting system in New York City. And don't think that any of them had to show ID. No, New York is against voter ID. And you wonder why. Look at any liberal ran city and see why they keep yelling that voter ID is fascism. That is because they want to allow their voter base, the illegal kind, to come in and elect any kind of socialist Marxist that they want to destabilize this nation. I was born and raised in the city of New York, 5 boroughs, not outside, in the city. And I watched it go to shit. So much so that I had to pack my family up and leave. And if you would have told me 5 years ago that New York would elect a socialist Muslim, I would say you were crazy. This constitutional republic is under attack. New York has fallen.
He's absolutely right. The constitutional republic is under attack. It's been under attack for quite some time. That's a lot of reason why you'll have, all of your Democrats out there saying we got to protect democracy and we got to save democracy. They don't even want people to know that they live in a constitutional republic. And that's a lot of the reason why, they pulled the, Pledge of Allegiance out of school and things of that nature. They've taken civics out of your schools and things of that nature. It's because they don't want the people to really understand the type of nation they live in. They don't want people to really understand the Constitution. And they don't want people to know what their actual rights are. They don't want them to know. They don't want people to know that we live in a constitutional republic, not a democracy. They don't want you to know that. Hey, a population that is ignorant of its own laws is easy to control. And that's what's happening right now. But I appreciate this, brother. Appreciate you guys pulling up. If you could, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. Let me know what your thoughts are on any point of this video today. As always, join us Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. If it's your first time in the chat, let me know so we can properly welcome you. I got to say it, man. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate the support. Keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
We won't stop. I won't quit. Stand for the truth. No counterfeit. let the darkness live.